Goldcrest Valley. I think it's... I definitely get on. I'm just more, just into these maps a lot more. DJ in here creeping's first thing. And I have set this map up already. So, like I said, I've been playing on it for a couple days, so everything's already set up the way I want it. You should call it more a personal let's play, but I've been promising a live stream like all week, so I said I've been promising them a live stream all week and haven't done it, so I'll jump in tonight and do one. This one, the equipment on it, no, those weren't my kids, DJ. The little boy that I wished happy birthday, that is actually my nephew through my girlfriend. That is her twin sister's little boy, and the little girl that I wished happy birthday is actually my best friend from the time I was probably since we 4 years old when me and him met. That's his little girl. So, nope, not my kids. I ain't got none. Oh, I know they are, man. Obviously, I'm sitting here in the Scarrick. I got the front lifter sitting there. Don't really know what I bought it for, other than the fact I used it to haul a piece of equipment back to the farm with. I've got the Lizard 6M back there. Obviously, Optum. I brought Big Brute back out for this map. Didn't have him in the last video just because of the update that happened, and I think it was too small. The map was for Big Brute, considering his arms are like wider than this building when they're outstretched. Then obviously a Magnum with floaters. That's on pretty much every map that I do. And a quad track on pretty much every map that I do, the big US series. This one luckily has a lime station, which I love. DJ, I'm sure you see two of your favorite mods right there sticking up. I routinely run the Elmer's grain wagon, especially in the American maps. Fifth wheel, trailer. I always run the big Breedle spreader. The Griffin. And I actually brought out one of my favorite trucks for this map that I've not used in a long time on any of my maps that I've been playing on, and that's the big SX Heavy. Love that thing when it come out, and it's the first map I've used it on in months. It actually worked out. It looked really good hauling a piece of equipment that you're going to see in just a minute. I had a lot bigger implements on this farm than what I do now. Originally I had the Seed Hawk and all that, but I got rid of them. Man, I like chrome on a big truck. On a semi, I like chrome. On a pickup, I don't. QS16, a horse cultivator. I don't remember which one it is, even though I got it. 7240 combine per usual. I've got the Goldhoffer low loader right now. Don't really know why, but I do. Low King distinction, which is unusual. I used to really like the Wilson, but I just started using the Low King, I think because of the 3 axles and the colored top. I also got the 70,000 liter tipper, just because it's big as it can be, I guess. I don't even know. I just like the trailer, I guess. 45-foot draper for the combine. And I've done a little work on this map. I mean, not much. All I've really done is a little bit of smoothing here and there, cut some trees out. Added this building. Oh yeah, man, that Load King is awesome. It's a little small. I mean, but there's only like 5,000 liters difference though in it and the Wilson, so it's not that big a deal. This building was more of an afterthought when I first started the map, because I've got 7R, the H480 front loader, the John Deere mowers, a tedder, and what was one of my favorite machines. I don't know if you DJ using it so much lately has caused me to bring it back or what, but I brought it back. That's the Merge Max. You seen it sitting over there. I've got that new, if I can say it right, the Galagnani round baler. I have the little Fiat 1000 series. Love that little tractor. Actually, the Duets bell wrapper instead of the, what is the other bell wrapper? I don't remember. Why do I not remember? Oh, the Coon, duh. Seems like I have a lot of your favorite machines on here. Because I also have the Condor 1501. That way I wouldn't be running too small of a machine, but I wouldn't be running too big. I actually had the I had the new, is it a horse? The new seeder where you can swap out between the main crops and then the corn and sunflower piece as well. I had that, but being 6 meters, I thought, well, that should be big enough. Until I decided to try to have a helper plant that field right over there. Once I had a helper try to plant that field, I realized that was just not going to work. Because by the time it took the helper to plant that one field, this field over here was already done, and actually, that's not what I meant to say, actually. By the time it took a helper to do that field off in the distance there next to the building, it actually, the helper running this horse planter had planted 3 other fields by the time the guy got done with that one field up there. So at that point I realized, yeah, that's 6 meters ain't gonna be big enough. I have the Trex. I brought it in just to clear out some trees that were right here because they were blocking that little path over there, and I wanted to be more open here. And then I have the new man truck that loads bales because that thing is cool. It reminds me, it's kind of nostalgia for me because they weren't cab mowers, they were more of a long nose type design, but I remember trucks very similar to that growing up in southeastern Kentucky watching people farm, so that's kind of nostalgia for me. This barn over here, there's really nothing in it other than a few straw bales from the first harvest, so just swing up and swing back around. Got a floater tree over there too. It's gonna save because I've got it on 5 minutes. I'm gonna take it off for the stream anyways. Get rid of that. That way it don't save every time I hit this menu. But I'm actually up my field count to 6 now. This one, it's got wheat, which I bought thinking I could put an animal pen in it, but it didn't work. This one I planted corn in. You got soybeans here, grass here. This one was supposed to be grass, wound up being wheat by accident. My bad. And that's an oat field. Not so far. I've not really had any issues with it. I've only been playing it for a couple of days, so I've not been on it a lot. But overall, I've not experienced any issues with it. Everything seems to be good, going pretty good. Not really any glitchiness anywhere unless you get too many machines in one spot. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty well did on it. I made a tree a floater back there by accident, putting one of those buildings down, but you know, I tend to do that. Like the other day when I was texting you, I had problems. Now actually, yeah, I know they do. I actually come over here and completely redid this area here. You know this, if you've been on Goldcrest, this was definitely not shaped this way. I don't have any cows in here yet, but I put this pen in. That way when I do buy some cows, after I get enough food for them, I'll have their pen already. I do have a floater tree here, and a little bit of dirt missing from under the railroad, but it doesn't cause any issues with the map, so, and it won't let me fix it. So, big deal. Whatever, it works. And also I just land over here, so I put a barn in over here to help take care of the animals. And I used this tanker on a Let's Play I had on Felsburn. And I'm pretty much getting it on every single map that I play on now, just because of the simple fact of that it does hold everything and holds 60,000 liters of everything. It's like, oh my god, we can actually haul a decent amount of stuff now. I got this big outfit here. Oh yeah, that tanker's the best. I was normally running the Anderson. That's awesome, man. I used to run the large Anderson, 29,000 and some liters. Well, this come out and I said, you know what? I like to run big cattle operations, so we'll get the big feeder. I actually had a Ravenport save that I don't remember if I still have it or not, but I had the 500 capacity cattle lot on it. You ain't supposed to see that orange thing yet. Let's see. This is the one that I had on my Ravenport save, the dairy barn. Yeah, that thing is huge. It takes up a lot of space on the map just to put one of those in. Crap. You're not supposed to see that yet. And then, you know, we don't have a whole lot of straw throwers. The ones that go on the front loaders, I had never had any luck with. They have crashed my game more than once. So I just stuck with the Coon Primor. It works pretty good, and it'll hold ground bells. I felt like you when I said that. I really did. Now you can see it. It's the new excavator. Will the new excavator, will that bucket work for scooping manure? I don't know, but we'll find out when I bait some cows. I just love the sounds of this thing. It sounds so good. Yeah, I know what you mean. Cough, cough, not Hitachi. Even though it's exactly what it looks like, down to the color and everything. The only reason I bought the straw blower is because I didn't know if that would take bells or not. I don't think it does. But I just love the sound of this, especially when you actually start moving. The sound of the tracks. I don't know who the modder is for this, but oh my god, I love them. The sound of those tracks are amazing. From someone that grew up with a heavy diesel mechanic as a father and grew up around heavy machinery, has ran it, worked on jobs that it was on before, you have no idea how nice that is to hear a mod like that that sounds so accurate to reality. You know, like most tractors in the game, they have people call it the farming simulator tractor sound because they all sound the same for the most part. Oh yeah, I know, that's just, the sound on that thing is awesome. I absolutely love it. Let's see. Let's actually speed up time just a little bit. Get it to where we can sleep. And sleep to the next day so we can actually fertilize. I didn't notice the sound difference in the two Scarricks myself. I actually didn't really notice the sound difference in them. I thought they sounded the same. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought they sounded the same. Which either way, to me, they both sound like a diesel truck. So that makes me happy. They don't sound like the in-game pickups. I'm drinking Pepsi. Cheers. Oop, rub my mic on my finger. But like I said, I didn't notice the sound difference. To me, that sounded exactly the same. You don't even know the memes I've seen on Facebook that comes to mind when you said what you was drinking. I've seen so many talking about that. It's not even funny. Let's see, where's the sleep trigger on here? Not this door. No door there. This door? Where do I sleep? I can't remember. I thought it was at the house. This might be an issue. Is there no sleep trigger on here? Is it back here? Back at the house. Nope. Guest entrance? Oh, can't sleep at the house? What in the world? That's bull, ain't it? This door don't even open. That's a little crap, too. Ah! Dude! You can pick up the dolly! Yes! Put it in the back of the truck. I'm not throwing it. Ah! Didn't go in. Oh, I will in a second. I just want to goof around with the dolly. Not gonna pull a DJ and throw it, and we'll throw it in the back of the truck. Let's see. Oop. Don't need the doghouse. We don't have a doggo yet. Glad I have these things installed, or I'd be in trouble. Sweet. Put them here. Right in the weeds. Should have done something about that first. Let's see. 7:30. We'll go 12 hours. Yo, I seen your video today talking about that weeder. Like, it's cool, but only if we could actually, like, work a garden. And I did that. Oh, no, plant growth's on. Why is my... Oh, there it goes. Oh, Lord, there they go. But that would only be really all that cool if we could actually use it on like a small garden or something. That way, to me, it would be a lot nicer. But that's just my opinion. The only way I can see the whole screen like it is right now, actually being able to tell how much is in, like with Big Brute for instance, being able to tell how much is actually in the tank, how many hours is on the machine, my cruise control setting, my money, my time, all that. I can't see it on this TV unless I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, I mean that would be alright, but to me at the same time, they almost need to completely retool the crop selling to make it viable, because we're going to have to be able to sell small amounts of crops to make it usable. Set my field of view. Oh, on my PlayStation. I get what you mean. I had a moment there. I tried that. It actually won't set small enough for this TV. I straight up tried that one night, and it wouldn't work. I couldn't even get the corners to come down low enough. I mean, I don't know if it's where I set the PlayStation up when I first bought it on a 55-inch or what, but it will not come down low enough for this TV. That's why most of the time when I'm playing, just to be playing in this big truck, I don't even do a whole lot because I can't see what time it is to fast forward time. I have to just give it a shot in the dark because I can't see it. There's nothing to tell me what it is. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Said I tried setting it up, but it didn't work. Well, it's just not a big deal to me, anyways. I still enjoy playing. You definitely right, man. It's always fun to chat. Always. Gotta get some money saved up, but me and my lady are still planning that trip this summer I was telling you about. We was talking about it today, actually. We was talking about it. I think she mentioned it. So, we're looking forward to it. I know you're watching this talking, and you're probably losing your mind over my overlapping. I know it. I told you didn't have to do lunch on. It didn't have to be on you. Like I said, I know you're probably freaking out over my overlapping. I know how you are. But this is how I do it. To me, if I feel like I don't do a good job if I don't overlap a little bit, so I get every square inch of the field. For some reason, I like turning the camera backwards when I'm backing up. Surprisingly, my machines aren't that dirty yet. The only machine I've got really dirty, I think, is probably the Optum. But oh, they will get dirty. Poor old Big Brute right here. Normally on my game saves, I usually always run a Big Brute for my fertilizer. And normally, I don't wash it. So it gets literally to the point, because I don't wash my machines, that it is hard to get spraying straight. But Literally, Big Brute will get so dirty that you cannot read the Big Brute across the front. You cannot read the Big Brute on the side. I mean, it gets awful. But I think it looks good that way. Dirty machines show they've been worked. Zoom back out so I can see what I'm doing here. I don't care to spray on these sides, like out here on the left side, this last bend of the arm. I don't care to spray that because of where it's got the road all the way around it. I'm gonna cut all of the grass whenever I do it. So to me, it's all good for that reason. I'm gonna cut it to make sure I got enough. I can do some. I don't know if I'll do hay and grass or silage in the same harvest. I doubt it, but you never know. I might. Depends on how I feel that day. There's plenty of grass on this map to cut. The only problem with a lot of it is it's on the side of mountains. Gives me an idea. They're giving us all these hand tools. They could give us a weed eater. That'd be kind of funny, I think. Like, here, y'all like these hand tools? Here's a weed eater. Weed eat the side of the mountains on your map. I think I put that one fun ramp in on that last live stream I did on how Macra. Dude, I did that. You would not believe how good the fun ramp works out for loading a log truck with a loader. I'm telling you what, that is the best mod to help you load logs with. Throw up a fun ramp, pull your truck up to it, and just pull your loader up on it and dump straight into the off the ramp into the truck. It works out great. Oh yeah, dude, I love them. It was. Oh, I do. I had another moment there. I remembered I did put that ramp in while I was streaming when you was watching because I remember jumping the Scarrick over the log truck with you watching. That was funny. One reason I didn't stream this map when I first started it was because if you look at the map, the store is way over here, and the farm is way over here. So you have to drive all the way down the road and up, and it's just a pain in the butt. I mean, it took forever to get the thing set up. And I added a couple of multi-fruits to the silo. May use them for manure storage or something like that. I usually do that. I need to put in a slurry tank. I usually put in a slurry storage mod too to help with slurry on my livestock, just because I don't do a whole lot with slurry. Like, I don't even sell it very much. I just store it. Because I hate the BGA for the most part on console, just because of the link. You have to wait till midnight, so I don't do nothing with the BGA normally. But it don't matter to me. And that oat field is ready. Oh wait, you can get straw off oats. Sweet. We're gonna get some more straw. Oh yeah, I know it does. Especially if you're in the need for money in a hurry. I am not. Like I said, I made the boo-boo of starting this when I couldn't see how much money I had, and I had a bunch of government subsidy signs, so I could get enough money to set everything up the way I wanted to. So I have way more money than I need. Like at this point, it's just trying to find a way to get rid of money. I know you made that one video where you talked about how to get rid of money just by leasing a bunch of machines and returning them. I'm too lazy to do it. I spend 12 hours a day sitting on my butt in a truck. I don't feel like taking the time to do that. You typed it out as I said that, didn't you? uh, I actually went on a full-blown rant on Facebook today over stuff about driving a truck. Somebody had shared something off of that TikTok app, and it kind of said something bad about guys that drive Volvos. And it showed a guy driving a older model truck that actually is a twin stick. And I literally shared it and went off. Talking about how mad it made me that people thought that guys in Volvos couldn't drive and all this other stuff. And I told him, I was like, I can still drive trucks like that one. I mean, it's not everybody driving a Volvo can't drive standard, can't drive a truck period and all that. I started out in standards. I can drive heavy equipment that most people wouldn't even know how to start, thanks to my dad. So yeah, I kind of went on a little Facebook rant over that today. Oh, I know, man. Have you not seen the Instagram pages and stuff dedicated to them? Just to their crashes? I mean, it's kind of, the actions of a few destroyed the rep of many kind of thing, with them, but they're the ones that's got the most publicity over their accidents and all that. I mean, I've been involved in an accident in a big truck before. It's not something I want to talk about, but it's happened. I mean, it happens to everybody. And I also on that post I said that I make more driving a Volvo working for a company that takes very good care of me than most guys out here on the road make, no matter what they drive. So, I don't care that I drive a Volvo. Kind of proud of it in a way. I mean, I got a picture of my truck and trailer when I had it washed the other day as my cover photo on Facebook. You've probably seen that. Why are you folding? Connect to the thing. Why is my straw swath off? Oh yeah, I harvested, did I harvest something that didn't have a straw swath the other night? Maybe I did. I don't remember. I know oats have a straw swath though. It's not going to be a good straw swath just because these oats were already in this field. I didn't plant them, but it's alright. He'll still be a few straw bales anyways, so. Yeah, I know it. I may have harvested something. I don't even remember. I feel like I did harvest something, soybeans. But I can't remember, so. It don't matter. It's on now. Like, this is one of my favorite things to do with a little Fiat tractor, is to bail. I'm telling you what, that little Fiat tractor is the, like, baddest little bail tractor I have seen in my life. I feel like the swath could be a little bigger, but, I mean, it's still a good swath. Whoa, header's a little heavy for the combine. Yeah, I'm running a 7240 and I'm running the biggest headers I can possibly have in the game on it. I like to swing the rear end around every now and then when you take a turn too quick. It works out alright though. Yo, I gotta tell you about my controller. Because you'll probably remember these dudes. Do you remember the old color that PlayStation had on some of their controllers? The orange and blue with the white shapes on the buttons? That controller is actually what I have. They re-released that controller as a limited run for PlayStation 4, and I found one at GameStop not long ago. I don't know if it was a special edition on the old systems or not, but they released it as like a special edition for the PlayStation 4, is what the guy at GameStop told me. I had a couple of buttons sticking on my controller that came with my system, so I went to buy a new one, and they had it, and I was like, yo, I like those colors. And he told me, he said it's a special edition, or like a limited edition that they released. It was an old color, he said. I'll have to send you a picture of it. It's pretty sweet. Because the front of it is orange, the back of it is like a kind of a dark blue. All the buttons are blue. The sticks are both blue. And on the buttons, the shapes are white. So it's pretty sweet in my opinion. Like I said, they're nice. I suggest finding one and getting it if you want to. You want a new controller for your PlayStation. Which I love the color orange anyways though, so. The one that I have on Xbox, because I do have an Xbox One at home, is I don't remember what they called it, but it's orange and like fades to black. I wonder if I could do an end cab for this. Oh, I can see good enough to do end cab. I'm doing it. I need a new headset for Xbox, honestly. But I haven't turned my Xbox on and I don't know when. The only time I ever do, I play Forza. So I mostly just play PlayStation and play this. And if I use my headset, typically I'm doing a video. Or the rare chance that you do a PlayStation stream and I'm actually able to be a part of it. My headset's actually the... I'll have to take it off and look. The HyperX. I like it. Could use sound in both ears, but it works. I don't have to hear when I'm streaming, and if I really need to hear that bad if I'm playing with somebody, I can just simply put the other earpiece on. It blocks out enough noise that I can hear. Alright, let's... get this down here in the level where it's not gonna like freak out when I set it down. It might freak out when I set it down. Like try to roll away. Back in here, get hooked back up to this. There we go. Why is my chat not working where I can see? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't either. Why really? I don't know. I had a friend talk me into buying a PlayStation to play with him, and we've not even played that much. But I've had the PlayStation for a long time now, so I've grown used to it. I like the feel of the controller better a lot more on PlayStation now that I'm used to it than I did on Xbox. When I get on there and play Forza, it's just like the buttons are in the wrong places. It like freaks me out because I'm just like I can't do what I want. I've not even opened Farm Sim on Xbox in so long. It's ridiculous. Just because of the simple fact that I haven't been on it in so long that I don't have all the new mods. So I don't play it because, you know, I get on, if I did, I'd get on there and I'd be like, where's this mod? Where's that mod? I don't have these mods. Where's these mods I played on the PlayStation at? So I just don't even use it. I know you do. I pay attention. I don't know how that works, but I know you do. I'd love to get a PC. I've got extra room in my house that I'm gonna like turn into like a game room. Well, I can finally afford to get a new TV for my living room and my bedroom. Because the way it is right now, we've got a small TV in the bedroom and a 55 in the living room. And my walls are huge in my living room with a high ceiling. So I need to get a bigger TV for my living room. And once I do that, I'm gonna move my 55 into the bedroom or my extra room and get a 55 for the bedroom. And at that point, yeah, I got crop restriction off. At that point, I'm wanting to buy a PC because I'm pretty sure my TV can have a PC hooked to it. So I'm wanting to do that. That way I can play, you know, on PC and I can play on a 55-inch screen instead of on a small computer monitor. Yeah, it's a good plan. It's just a matter of time. I mean, and money. Yeah, I make a lot doing what I do, but I also got a lot of bills. I mean, you know, so it comes right down to it. Yeah, sounds like you need to go to bed, man. 20 hours, that's ridiculous. Which I'm sitting on about close to 15 or something myself. I'll probably dip out in about 20 minutes or something off of here and go to bed myself, just because I gotta be back up, drive back from where I'm at now in Missouri all the way to northeastern Kentucky, get my pickup and drive back to southeastern Kentucky where I live. So what are you talking about? The forklift is still back there. What forklift? You know, oh, you're talking about the dolly in the bed of the truck, aren't you? I know it's back there. I ain't using the fifth wheel for nothing. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to hang out back there. Alright, man. That's cool. You're good. Don't worry about it. It took me a second, but I figured it out after I sat there and spun around the thing 3 or 4 times. Let's go get some straw baling done. Hopefully the bales don't run away. Alright, I know. It's cool. I started to say that this is an awesome combination, but man, the colors just don't match. It's all good though. This little tractor will be able to whiz this baler around like it's not even back there. I use this little tractor to run the case square baler, so it can easily handle this little baler. I just have to get over here and get it done. I have to cut through the cow lot, even though there's no cows. See? No cows. There will be though. I want to get everything together first. Alright, lower pickup, turn on baler. This little tractor sounds just like a real tractor. I love it. Reminds me of real tractors growing up. Yeah, I'm playing with I am overdoing my distance here. I'm playing with the throttle on it because it makes me happy. It reminds me, just hearing it rev reminds me of good old days growing up on farms. I did learn a hard lesson doing straw on here on one of the fields when I first started the map and harvested the first crop. If your straw pile is too thick, this little tractor can't really do a whole lot with it. I mean, it can still pull the baler and everything, but if your straw is piled too high, then you won't be able to pull over it. And if you go too far and your straw is too high and you try to back up to dump a bale like I just did, then you're going to have issues because you're not going to be able to back up. Learned that lesson the hard way too. But as you can tell, this little tractor has got no issues with this thing whatsoever. Oop, too far. That's one reason I keep getting this little tractor on basically every map. Don't roll away, bale. Okay, it stopped. Because the thing works out so well for this purpose, even though it has trouble with large piles. Alright, we're almost full. I think it's cool too that it's 2-wheel drive. Ah, I love it. We have too many 4-wheel drives in game. I like 4-wheel drive tractors, but we have way too many. We need some more 2-wheel drives. I love the little international that we got in game. The mod. I just wish we could have more horsepower on it. I know they weren't a high horsepower tractor. Believe me, I've run them like it before in real life. I just wish we could have a little more horsepower on it so it could handle bigger equipment. And when I say bigger equipment, I don't mean, you know, 700 horsepower equipment like the quad track can. Even though I know there's not anything that's actually 700 horsepower required in game. I know it's the most is like 5 or a little over 5, but I just wish I could run, 100 to 150 horsepower implements with it. I think would be nice. But it's a fun little tractor. I do get it every now and then on game saves and hook a bush hog to it or mow around my house that I'm using on the map or something similar. But since this mod come out, I fell in love with this little mod. Please don't run out. Please don't run out. Ah, really? He got most of the pile, so I won't get stuck. This baler does not remind me of childhood hay balers I used. There's no rollers in. You don't see the rollers in the back. So used to seeing rollers in the back. Hey, there was strop. Hey, those roll belts were roller belts on real hay balers or something else. And baling straw swaths like this is not something I actually seen growing up. I don't know if anybody that lived near where I grew up at actually even owned a combine. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a few older style combines that were around, but most people didn't have one. And I didn't get enough to empty the baler. Whatever, it'd be alright. Not gonna get hit by the train, am I? Nope. Alright. We're gonna go the mountain route back. I don't feel like going the long way. Yeah, you'll see me do that a lot. I like taking shortcuts across mountains. Not a bad thing, just I don't like taking the long way. We'll put this back in the building over here. Hey, 2,167 liters of straw and all. Don't care. Be alright. We'll go get those straw bales. Put them in the barn up there where they go. Straw and hay and grass, silage and everything. That's what that's up there is for. Even though the cow lot is not up there, I know it's not very far away, but it's farther away than what I normally would have had it, but not that far. I mean, it's right there, so. Which, I mean, if you're mixing 45,000 liters of TMR at once, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna need most of it. Which of those multi-fruit silos, I can just put it in a silo if I don't use all of it. I usually don't start with a lot of cows to start with. I usually start with around 20 or so. 20 cows actually takes a lot of TMR. Like I'm surprised every time I do cows at how much they actually take for that smaller amount of cows. I'm not going to get much straw on this one either. I managed to get 8 bales though. I don't remember how many I got on the last field that I got straw off of, which I said that's maybe the second or third field that I've harvested, so I said I've only been on here for a couple days. 'Cause, 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 my original thought was, alright, I'm gonna do a Let's Play series on Goldcrest Valley. Yeah, that went, not to sound bad, but that went south my first time I got on the map. Because I realized it was gonna take so long to get all of the equipment to the farm. I said, I'm not gonna put, you know, anybody that'll watch through me fighting for 2 hours to try to move equipment to a farm. And then I started playing, and I said, well, man, I wanted to do a stream. I wanted to do this as a video thing, but it didn't work out that way. Oh, you're not supposed to see the floaters. Did I drive into one of them right then? Almost. Let's see. Let's do the unload bells thing here. Uh-oh, that ain't gonna work out. Let's see. If I get these things maneuvered in here to where they'll halfway work for me. That's the only thing I don't like about this truck is because the bells only come out in the one way. I mean, you can move them, which I'll probably end up doing, but at some point, you know. Too far. Let's see, about right. If I get through that roof bar, I can see. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll unload bells here. And go back to transport position. Oh, that worked out perfect. Sweet. Now, I believe it was said that the animal pens were removed from this map that were on it originally. It looks like one of them was here. I don't know. I didn't play 17, so I didn't see the map until it came out not long ago on 19. But I couldn't put the pin here. I was going to, and it would not let me place a pin down, and it would not let me edit the ground to try to make it where it would let me. So yeah, I had to put it over there. It gave me the ability to put it in these fields, but I said I don't want to do that. I want those to be my crop fields. So I said nope. And I don't know why I turned where I did at. Why is my planter sticking out of the back of the building? That is not right. Oops. Have to move it. Just backed in here where it goes. Yeah, this was originally supposed to be just a hay and straw equipment barn, and that quickly changed. Because I suddenly realized, oh, I've only got, you know, 2 things that I can see to put equipment in, and they're not going to hold everything. And I thought, well, I mean, this stuff can go here. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, there we go. Much better. So it worked out. Yes, my dolly is still in the back, and it's going to stay in the back. I done the same thing to the wheelbarrow, and there was another piece, like a shovel or something, that was beside the chicken pen on Sussex when I played on it. Put them in the back of a pickup and went with it. And I don't think I was talking to you at that point, DJ, but I've got a screenshot somewhere of the road rage, me jumping the road rage on the Sussex map. I didn't use a ramp or anything, it was literally just the humps in the road. I jumped the road rage at 124 miles an hour. I've got a screenshot somewhere of the thing in the air and the speedometer showing the speed. So yeah, I'll have to send that to you sometime. Uh, I actually got a picture I took of a truck I passed rolling down the interstate the other day. I was gonna send to you too. It's literally a flatbed trailer load of baby balers, and it's awesome. Uh, I see a lot of farm equipment out here out in the Midwest when I'm working hauling car parts out here. I actually see I've seen Fendt tractors. I have seen Kloss forage harvesters. I've seen Kloss balers. I've seen the red New Holland round balers. I've seen the baby balers I seen the other day. There's a lot of stuff like that get hauled out here. And I got a friend. He's a 26-year Marine vet from South Carolina who owns his own truck and step deck trailer. And he hauls a lot of heavy stuff. So I see stuff he hauls a whole lot. And he hauls a lot of agricultural and construction machinery. The reason I'm standing here in this building is I just wanted to show these things off. I love these. Even on my Case IH, man, I still love these mowers. Because they're actually John Deere mowers. They're awesome. Well, I think they're reskins. Cough, cough. Reskins. But, they're fun. They work. I've not found any bugs with them yet, so. And the 7R's got plenty of power to push them, so that works. I just wish they had the license for Ram and Cummins, because, oh my lord. If I could have, I know I could do it on PC, if I could have a in-game version of my real-world pickup, oh my god, that would be awesome. Because I actually have a 2500 Ram with a 6.7 Cummins in it. And it's actually got bigger tires than this truck. My Cummins actually has 35s on it. I've got a 02, I've got a Dodge Ram 1500 that's got 33s like this on it. But my big Ram Cummins has actually got 35s. And I love it. I could just drive the truck. It makes me happy. But it is 3 o'clock in the morning. I have been up since like 10, between 10 and 12 yesterday. I've drove over 700 miles, probably 750 miles today. I have to be back up at 12:30 or so to drive back to Kentucky. It's another, let's see, 600 miles or something. So at this point, I'm going to go in. I'm going to reset my save interval back to 5 minutes, which is what I keep it on for my own personal play. My time scale should not be on 15, it should be on 5. But like I said, I've been up for a long time. I gotta go get up here in a little while, so I'm going to get my little lunch pail cooker out that you can buy at truck stops that plugs into a cigarette lighter. I am going to cook some Chef Boyardee, eat for the first or second time today. Actually eat hot food, rather, should I say, and go to bed. So I know it wasn't as long as last week, but I want to eat and get in the bed so I can get up and get home tomorrow. It's my only day at home is Sunday. But thanks for jumping in. If you're watching this in the future, thanks for watching in the future. DJ, thanks again for jumping in. Probably wouldn't even be making videos if I hadn't started watching yours. So it means a lot to see you jump in and cut up and laugh and throw encouragement in every now and then. So I appreciate it. You like these? You liking these? Like them, subscribe to my channel. because I have like 4 subscribers right now, starting out. I crack up and laugh at it, but a subscription means a lot. So, thank you to DJ for watching and commenting. Anyone else watching in the future or anything, thank you for watching. And I will catch you all later. See ya. Once I actually do this right. My bad. I forgot the button to hit. So now, we'll see y'all later. Thanks.